I'm going to speak about living large. And when I say living large, I don't mean living large the way John Gotti lived large. I mean living large being 6'6" and over 250 pounds. All of my life, or at least since I've been 6'4", I've had to buy clothing at a tall man store. There's a couple in Denver. Early on, there were a lot of catalog sales that I participated in. Here lately, I must have purchased something that all the catalogs in the United States got my address. I've been blessed with a Living Large magazine. Now, it will be impossible for me to pass this around and each of you to see each item I'm going to tell you about. So you're going to have to take my word for it. We're going to begin with camp chairs. The one on my right, your left, is a blue one. It said will hold up to 500-pound capacity. If you're 500 pounds, I'd say stay home. Don't shock other people. Don't insult other people and make them look at you, especially when they're trying to have a good time with their family and perhaps barbecue and eat their lunch like some of you are. Don't make other people sick. There's a 1,000-pound one.
Oh my God.
If you're 1,000 pounds, get a piano box. The piano boy did that early on. He's a famous fat man. And he told his mother, just give me a piano crate. I'll stay in it, you can even bury me in it. But as you see, this chair has 1,000-pound capacity. I want to know, the lake and back of the chair, what happens if the obese person falls in the lake? Do you call the fire department or do you call a crane company? Who do you call? That's the real question. Continuing on about lounge chairs, there's one here depicted with a footrest. If these 1,000-pounders can get their feet up on a footrest, I'll give them the Congressional Medal of Honor. I noticed one thing about all these obese persons' furniture. They all have hidden food pockets. If you'll observe here, it says food pocket. Why in the heck can't you go from your kitchen table to a park and come home without having to have a refill? A refill. Now here,
Oh my God.
here takes into account the size of the buttocks, as Forrest Gump would say. They'll accommodate buttocks up to 24 inches wide. That's 2 feet, people. That's as wide as an Irish fireman's axe in Chicago. They're 2 feet wide. It goes on. Here's another picture of one with a canopy. This is the truly obese person. His family even have to get away from him because they embarrass him in public. So there's a roof over it, so he won't get fried in the sun. If he's Caucasian, he'll fry if they leave him there 8 hours. And this one, again, hidden food pocket. Can you see that under the handle, under the armrest? A food pocket for a sandwich or a jar of jelly. Schmuckers or Welch's. You could drink it basically like a drink. Here's a chair that'll launch you. Can you see the man being launched out of the chair? That's when you're such a fat slob that somehow you're able to sit down. You came from the toilet or the bed, and you came into the living room, and you tell your wife, I don't think I'll ever get out of here. She says, that's not a problem. And boom, she presses a button, she launches you. She launches you into the room. There are no problems.
Oh my God.
I also admire bicycling. We'll hold up to 500 pounds. If I ever see a 500-pound fatty riding a bicycle, I'll stop and give him a $100 bill. I'll say you deserve $100. 500 pounds. We're getting to the best. If your wife also is obese and feels sorry for you, you can wrap up in these cuddlies. It's like a glove, like a giant glove. You climb inside of it, and she climbs inside of one, and she can relate to you. My favorite is the toilet. On page 20 are toilets. This is 1,200 pound capacity. This is the guy that wants to take a friend with him, if you know what I mean. Or, if a guy weighs 1,200 pounds, and then there's a scale that you also can incorporate into the seat of the toilet, you can weigh your before and after weight. I kid you not. I kid you not. If you disbelieve me, you can read the catalog. It'll tell you, in other words, it will tell you the load capacity. Then there's ladders. A fat slob 1,000 pounds doesn't deserve to be on a ladder. That's instant suicide. See the ladders? Here's a woman depicted here.
Oh, wow.
And in the caption it says, "Where did my husband hide the Oreos?" You see her climbing a ladder? And she's climbing to the top cupboard in the kitchen because she's been through this before. The husband's hidden food products from her.
The food truck.
Oh, man.
There's scales, and they top out at 1,200 pounds. They don't start registering till 300 pounds. If you're that heavy, what difference does it make? Why do you want to know how much you weigh? Thank you very much.
Wow.
Thank you, Madam Host.